na alikuwa amepanga kubadilisha katiba, akae hapo, akae.
Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your amazing support to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time. Don't forget to click the notification bell. Kindly give this video likes. It helps promote our videos, and thank you once again for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya is making headlines globally once again. You know, Kenya is a very great nation, but we have very bad leaders. When we win marathons, and maybe sometimes back when we used to excel in rugby, we used to make some good headlines. But our president has been making foreign trips. It has become the new kid on the block in Africa, listening to the Western countries, and he does whatever they want. He takes policemen to Haiti. He's at the center stage of promoting climate change policies. And now he has impeached his deputy. Just a few years ago, they took the globe by storm when they defeated what they called the deep state, and they promised that they would not victimize each other, having played victim that they were being persecuted by the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. And by the way, I believe Uhuru Kenyatta is now laughing. There are rumors that he's sick, but if he's well wherever he is, I know he's having the last laugh. But ladies and gentlemen, very many people feel that William Ruto has a crafted plan to ensure that he extends his term limit after succeeding in impeaching his deputy president. And the reason why people have a feeling that the president could be on his way to extend the term limit is because of this video here, where President William Ruto was in a forum and he made certain statements that in the next 15 years we shall have eradicated the problem of slums. And people were like, 15 years? Because according to them, especially those who are tired of William Ruto policies, they are saying that William Ruto, the best he can do is to do his term limit up to 2025. Up to 2027. And then when he mentioned that in the next 15 years, we would, eradicate this problem, people felt, what is he up to?
I want to tell Nduta and the people who live in Kibra and other informal settlements, in the next 15 years, we will have gotten rid of all the slums in Kenya. Kibra today, we are in the process of completing the first 4,000 housing units. We have just started to build another 15,000 units. I want to tell Nduta and the people who live in Kibra and other informal settlements, in the next 15 years, we will have gotten rid of all the slums in Kenya.
This is not the first time people confront this issue of term limit, because it has been said they've been testing waters through other members of parliament. But ladies and gentlemen, do you believe William Ruto can orchestrate the extension of his term? Because under the new constitution, a president will do a term of 5 years. Then if he's re-elected, then a maximum of 10 years, then he goes home. But do you think William Ruto can, or do you think Kenyans have any reason to worry about William Ruto and his appetite to extend a term limit? That is exactly what I want us to look at, because if you ask me, I personally believe that William Ruto can do that. And don't be quick to say that he cannot. And I want to tell you, one, William Ruto was never a believer in this new constitution. Trust me. The funniest part of it is that he was the first beneficiary of the new constitution. He became the first deputy president. Then he got an impetus by becoming the deputy president. Then he had his roots, and he became the president of the country. The fact that William Ruto never believed in this constitution, he can mutilate it. We have seen that before. He does things without consultation. He does things without subjecting them to the public participation. And if he does, then the public participations are mere formality. So I believe in that very tone, he can go ahead and extend his term. You know, I have seen the relationship between William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga. And that relationship has really shown us that they can do anything. Immediately, Raila supported William Ruto. Three things happened. The Gen Z's protest subsided and completely they were subdued. Someone is asking, why do you bring in Raila's name in everything? The truth is, and my answer has always been, you can never separate Raila with the prevailing political circumstances. He is the only politician who has remained very relevant since the times of Moi to date. He's an enigma. He's powerful. You can have your opinion, but you can never separate him from the prevailing political circumstances. He joined KANU. You know what happened to KANU? When Kibaki came in, they were together. Uhuru came in, he could not do away without him. We could not do without him. William Ruto is the man who said he would never be cajoled and coerced into, getting into a handshake. He went and looked for Raila himself. We have it on record that he told him, someone is about to topple my government. Come and rescue me. If you don't, I'm handing over power to the military, and the military can cause havoc in this country if we have divisions. So you cannot separate him from the prevailing political circumstances. Now, psychologically and indirectly, once Raila said, my people come out of the streets, that is how the street protest was done away with. Number two, after Raila supported William Samoei Ruto, Adani deal is now as clean as no any other deal that we've ever witnessed. You know what I mean? The other day, Raila said Adani is not bad, and of course, we know of cases where Adani is contracted in Israel, in the US, but we also have cases where Adani has been stopped in some countries and people have demonstrated against it. So Adani has become clean, yet this deal was signed in a very clandestine manner. Were it not for Nelson Amenya, who met those papers passing through his desk in France, we don't know what would have happened. And the Kenyans are saying that the reason why we are protesting this Adani deal is because it was never clean. Why couldn't the government just subject the expansion of our airport to open tendering? So there are questions. And since Raila joined, Adani deal is like given a clean bill of health. Number three, Gachagua is gone. Truth be told, without the support of Raila Amolo Odinga, I can assure you that Gachagua would have not gone home. William Ruto knew very well that he had a bone to chew with his deputy president. He waited for the perfect opportunity. Once he got the reinforcement of Raila's support base, you saw what happened. I will repeat without tiring that there is something about ODM and the Luos in the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. And you don't blame them because they have their reasons. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with all that, what can hinder Ruto with all this support if he convinces Raila that we can extend the term limit to maybe 7-year term, and then they argue, they go to parliament and say, I'm starting afresh because we are under new constitution. These are possibilities. Because when William Ruto got to power, I have a feeling that he had got 3 things in mind that he wanted to achieve. Number one, he wanted to kill opposition and take us to one-party state. Because William Ruto was brought up in the one-party state where KANU ilikuwa chama cha baba na mama. KANU was the alpha and omega. KANU was the author and the finisher of both political and economic, undertakings in the country. That has been his wish. He wanted to kill the opposition. Number two, he wanted to mutilate this constitution. One, that he took oath of office and swore to protect and defend. I have a feeling that he was never, because of Stoli, was never a believer in this constitution. Number three, he came to ensure that he dismantles the unity of Mount Kenya. Tell me which one is remaining. He has killed opposition. That is the truth. He has dismantled the unity of Mount Kenya, and the siblings are now fighting their own war. As they do that, William Ruto is busy crafting another unity, another coalition, another vehicle to go with in 2027, and the opposition is killed. Which one is remaining? All the plans that he had before he came to power, he has succeeded. And yet, he still has more. Because I believe that one of the areas in which he wants to mutilate is to extend the term, a presidential term. It can happen. Even if we don't rely in that speech, there are signs and symptoms, because some leaders have been, called to test waters. Let us be very careful. And he will pick a running mate after having crafted this broad-based government. There's going to be a broad-based running mate, a broad-based deputy. And he will have the support base of Raila Amolo Odinga, Joho, Oparanya, Wetangula, Alfred Mutua. The saddest thing that we're talking about that should not happen is we are going back to 41 tribes against one. But I know that we might have another vehicle of like-minded Kenyans, forces of change against the forces of status quo.